On the south side of the Trapani Peninsula is a large port, and a huge advantage to visiting the west coast of Sicily is that you're just a short ferry ride away from the Egadian Islands. We cruised out to Favignana, the largest of the three Egadian Islands, known for its insanely beautiful water, beaches, caves, as well as an abundance of tuna. So it was only natural that we visited their giant old tuna factory that now serves as a sort of museum for the history of Favignana tuna fishing. But at this exact moment in 2021, the facility was being utilized in other helpful ways as well.
So this is a COVID vaccination lab right there in the tuna factory. So Favignana is a completely COVID-free island. And this right here in the middle of this old tuna factory, they have set up a vaccination lab, and people from all over the city that live here are coming to get the vaccine, and we have to be very safe here. That's why the masks are on all day, because there's not one individual on this island of Favignana. It's completely COVID-free, and they want to keep it that way, and so do we. But this is good work they're doing here, and it's nice to see that they're doing a good job.
Our tour guide Maria took us through the factory and taught us about the process of tuna fishing. And like most things here, it's an ancient, complex, and interesting process.
Il tonno qui a cuocere.
Questa era la cottura.
Sì, qui c'erano tutti fornelloni a carbone. Poi nel periodo più recente erano elettriche.
Ah, ok.
Barche enormi che si chiamavano vascelli, venivano portati fin qui.
In that part in front of the islands, there, they're catching the tuna with a boat arrive here, and in the balance, you know the heavy of the balance. In this part, the boss, exactly, the boss of the place stay here and see.
Okay.
No?
Yeah. So how big are these tuna that are hanging from these things?
Quant'erano
In
grandi?
media, ho capito, in media pesavano sui 200 kg.
1960, they catching the biggest one tuna that was 647 kilos of tuna.
These Sicilian tuna catchers used the classic fishing technique of singing and praying while firing spears into the sea.
Ianzo, 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 e tiravano.
Okay.
And then
Quando questi tonni erano arrivati in alto, loro li infilzavano e
se li tiravano su.
sulla barca.
Cage systems made of rope were used to transport the giant tuna back to land, but they always got a little help from Christ himself.
Che questo lavoro era considerato sacrale.
This work is like a mythological religious work.
Sì.
Capito? Dice Gesù Cristo culisante e lo santo salvatore, cioè Gesù Cristo. Tu facisti luna e sole, facisti l'altra gente, facisti i pesci a mare, i tunne e li tunnare. Sto Dio non va aiutare e portare in salvamento. Arbore mare e in puppa lo vento. Viene la pelle d'oca.
The tuna is then processed in 100 different ways, utilizing every part of the tuna.
32 different parts to eat and all the different parts that you can eat.
The history we learned and the entertainment provided by Maria made for an enjoyable part one of Favignana. Part two was ripping around in a little green Mihati, which is a classic small Jeep-type vehicle, perfect for the little streets that run around the island. The island is basically a one-way road all the way around, with stops at beaches along the way. The most famous one is Cala Rossa, the Red Cove, which I assumed may have something to do with the red tuna, but learned that name came from a naval battle fought there in 241 BC, where 120 Carthaginian ships were sunk by the Romans, and so many dead Phoenicians washed up on the Favignana shoreline, it turned the water red. Luckily, a couple thousand years have passed, and the water couldn't be further from red. Actually, it's probably the most colorful aqua blue color of water I've ever seen in my life. We explored the rest of the island's beaches and caves, and all I can really say is Favignana is a must-visit location if you make it to the west coast of Sicily. Which, if you're still watching, I imagine you've considered doing this at some point.
Ready to America, come on, let's go, move it. Go, let's go!
We stopped for some fresh squeezed orange juice mixed with lemon granita. Yes, please. And at Pepe's house, we had a little lunch, tuna sandwiches, arancine, and some beer.
I'm glad we got some tuna after we learned all about tuna.
Exactly.
It's a day of tuna. We are very happy to be here. What a wonderful day. What a wonderful day. Thank you so much.
So this is just a small taste of Favignana and the Egadian Islands. We barely scratched the surface of this amazing place. I plan to visit Favignana many times in my life to explore and learn even more about this remarkable, beautiful, wild island. On the mainland, halfway up Erice, Beppe Gentile has another house with a beautiful view of Trapani and the Egadian Islands.
You know, my expectations are high for Sicily, but they keep being exceeded every step along the way. Every experience that we have here so far has been just like you leave like, oh my God, I can't believe that went as well as it did.
Build an ark and they will come?
Sure.
Is that a thing? So like give them food and they'll come.
Give them food and they will.
Give me food and
I will come. Yeah, I will come. Yeah.
This particular evening, we were given the treat of dinner and a show via Pepe's girls, Germana and Nicole.
Vi faccio vedere come si prepara la pasta che mangeremo stasera col brodo di pesce e gamberone. Gamberone.
Cassatelle e brodo di pesce.
Ho messo nella testa dei gamberi il gamberone, proprio per cucinarlo dentro la testa dei gamberi. Qui c'è il brodo di pesce dove io metterò praticamente i ravioli di ricotta. Viene impastata con la farina di grano duro.
Non è già messo a sufficienza per tutti.
Questa è la pasta dove si passa. Questa proprio è la nostra attrezzo siciliano, che lo voglio bene. Ho fatto tanta pasta con questa. Cotta.
Handmade raviolis were made right in front of us at a speed I'd never seen before.
Voila!
Bravo! That was an unbelievable show that was just put on for us. It was unexpected. The speed and skill of these two ladies in the kitchen seems unbelievable.
Yes.
My socks are knocked right off.
And while Nicole finished the ravioli, Germana had some of her own dishes to show off.
Questa è la caponata di pesce spada, un'altra specialità siciliana. Il pesce spada è un pesce molto grande che si taglia a fette, in questo caso molto spesso perché si deve fare a tocchetti. Melanzana nera lunga, che è proprio l'ingrediente principale della caponata. Questa è una rivisitazione della caponata. La caponata di solito è senza il pesce, ma i siciliani hanno voluto arricchirla col pesce del nostro mare e otteniamo questa meraviglia.
So after the caponata with swordfish, the wild fennel got pulled out, which always gets me excited.
My favorite smell.
Queste sono le polpette di finocchietto selvatico raccolto a Favignana. Il finocchietto si taglia piccolo, 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 la mollica di pane, il caciocavallo ragusano, siciliano quindi, si impasta bene con le uova, si fanno queste polpettine, vengono passate nel pan grattato e fritte in padella. È una salsa di arance semplicissima, fatta con la spremuta delle nostre arance siciliane. Buon appetito!
Evviva!
Viva la pasta!
Viva la pasta!
I nostri meravigliosi sapori arriveranno anche al palato dell'America. Prego!
Let's get prepared here, okay?
Com'è?
Amazing.
Altro che ristorante.
Everything I see here is just, it screams Sicily, and it screams something that you could, just grab from a tree around the corner or something, And it's also a representation of the welcoming spirit.
It's poetry, this food. It's poetry.
There was something I didn't know when I said that the food that night was poetry. It was that Germana is actually a writer and a poet, and we wanted to include a poem she wrote titled Mangiare in Sicilia, Eating in Sicily.
Mangiare, per chi in questa terra è nato, ha un unico suo grande significato, che è inutile cercare nel dizionario, perché il suo senso non è mai ordinario. Mangiare qui da noi è nutrimento, che giova al corpo ma anche al sentimento. In questa terra di sale, sole e mare, sedersi a tavola è magico rituale. Il tempo, da noi al desco, è un gran mistero, che non si invecchi ci crediamo davvero. E mescolando cibo e compagnia, le ore lentamente volan via. È grande qui il valore del mangiare, che ogni pensiero cruccio fa passare. Mangiare qui in Sicilia è il pretesto per incontrarsi e lasciar fuori il resto. Ogni ricetta ha dentro un ingrediente. Se questo non ci sta, non sa di niente. Non può mancare la buona compagnia, perché mangiare diventi poesia.
There's always the option to go to a fancy restaurant and get top-notch service and great food. But nothing can ever beat a home-cooked meal. When it's made with love, when it's made with pride, when it's made for family.
E pistacchi! Pistacchi di Bronte! Voilà! Ecco a voi il nostro dolce siciliano!
I feel so much love tonight
Yeah?
from you guys. Yeah.
Qua,
And fun.
mangiare.
And fun. There's fun and love here. I just wanted to say, I've been here about 10 days, okay? And I've eaten a lot of food, eaten at a lot of restaurants. And I can hands down say that this meal tonight is by far the best food I have eaten. Thank you.
Grazie, thank you!
So I want to make a toast to these two ladies, okay?
A voi! A voi, grazie!
And of course, these amazing ladies did not forget about the dolce. A cream-filled cake, covered in more cream, and fresh strawberries, and pistachio.
Lemon-jello gentile.
With my lemon, with my hand.
With your hands and your lemons.
Yes.
And then Pepe brings out the limoncello, and everybody starts to get silly. So that's Trapani for now. I think I'll take a walk down the wall. And leave the final thoughts to some locals and friends.
Amo Trapani perché ci sono nato, perché è la mia vita, la mia famiglia e non potrei vivere in nessun'altra città del mondo.
If I would choose a word for Trapani, it's a wild place. Wind, the sea, the sun, everything is so pure.
Abbiamo il mare, fruibile anche dalla città, con vista sulle isole Egadi. Abbiamo il verde, abbiamo Erice, Cofano.
Trapani is different because of the people.
L'ospitalità e il calore della gente, le suggestive stradine del centro storico.
I love taking a walk downtown, even when it's full of tourists. Trapani always feels like a small town after all.
È davvero una città godibile da tanti punti di vista, non ultimo naturalmente quello della cucina. Beh, è una perla incastonata in una meraviglia ancora più grande che è la Sicilia.
Trapani is the best province that represents Sicily.
Trapani's got great potential, and I believe the best we can do is all work together to make this place where many more people choose to come back to.
Credo davvero che non si possa chiedere di più.